I would say banking is constantly evolving because everything is going more electronic. So I would always suggest to a customer, maybe if they've been here a while, you can always ask if there are new services because we're constantly releasing new services. But your banking can be streamlined a lot. We always love to show our customers how they can save time, how they can save money. I think that that's very beneficial. Business customers should always utilize business online banking so that they can keep track of their accounts, the activity that is happening on those accounts. Some other things that I suggest to customers is for them to use direct deposit for their employees, ACH to pay their vendors, really speeds up that process where they don't have to wait for the mail to go. We also suggest to our customers that they use remote deposit. So everybody's working, it seems like, on a thinner staff these days. So that allows the customer to make deposits at their place of business versus having to make trips to the bank. And we also suggest fraud protection. They can do positive pay for checks or ACH positive pay for ACH, but just to make sure that their accounts are secure and being monitored at the highest level. So businesses can utilize positive pay for checks and for ACH. So with check positive pay, the customer uploads their register or they can enter it manually. And then those items are matched as the checks clear the bank. So if they have something that comes in and the dollar amount doesn't match, the check amount doesn't match, the payee doesn't match, it flags it to the customer so that they can decision the item and let us know if they want to pay or return that, so they don't have to go through a long process. It's found the day that it comes into the bank. ACH positive pay works similar, but they can mark certain businesses as allowed to debit or credit their account. So, if they have someone who is an unknown vendor trying to debit their account, it would actually be blocked from being able to do that. Remote deposit can be added to anyone's computer, their laptop. So sometimes we have employees who travel, but it could also be placed in an office or in a home office. It allows customers to scan the checks at home, make the deposit. They can actually see that it's been sent. They get a confirmation email, but it really saves them time on making those trips to the bank. They get access to those funds quicker, and they have usually a later cutoff because they don't have to make that drive into town to make the deposit. Merchant processing is a great tool for businesses that want to accept credit card payments or even customers who want to use their debit card. In this day and age, most people don't carry cash, so they want to be able to pay with their card. They can make those deposits, and then the business can batch those each day, and then they usually can receive payment within a day, 1 to 3 days from those transactions. But it really makes it more convenient for the customer, and then it gives more options of payment for the business. One of the things that we say with our merchant processing is it is actually integrated with our core so that we can see that information when we look the customer up. We're able to be a liaison and help the customer with their merchant provider. So instead of them calling direct and maybe not knowing the right questions to ask, or understanding everything, that we are a partner to our customer and serve as that liaison so that they understand the documentation, that they understand, everything that's going along with it, just to make sure everything flows how it should. Also to make sure that setups are done in a timely manner, that their questions are responded to. We make sure that that's all taken care of on our terms versus the merchant processor. You could actually talk to any branch manager. They are all familiar with our merchant services provider, and they can make referrals and actually get you in contact with that person. They are trained to, get the information up front of what type of payments are you wanting to make. Do you want to make them in store? Are they going to be online payments? Volume, kind of get general questions so that once we make that referral, then, the ball's already rolling because we have that information. My suggestion to new business owners, my first thing that I always suggest to them is to have business online banking. Monitoring your account, keeping track of your activity is very important. Business customers do have different rules and regulations than consumers, so they do have a shorter window if they ever have a fraudulent transaction. So it's very important to know if you are having any fraudulent activity, to make sure that all of your payments are being received on a timely manner. That would be my number one go-to that you should start out with when starting a business, is just to make sure that you are monitoring your account, monitoring your transactions each day. There are a lot of additional services that can be added at any point, but that's the thing that I would start out with first.